Good evening, Buck fans. Welcome to the Aftermath on 102.9 Game Broad Street South Radio. I know you're watching the Green Bay and 49ers game, trying to determine who the Bucs are going to be playing. So we're going to cover all that good stuff tonight. We got a special guest coming in the house, and we're going to just talk that Buck talk and get ready for the Buccaneers heading to Motown to play the Detroit Lions. Let's go!
That was awesome. That was awesome.
That's right. That was fucking awesome last week. Wasn't it, Buck fans? Wasn't it beautiful to beat a team that we cannot stand? I still have yet to eat a Philly cheesesteak just because I step on them shits right now because they're sour, and I hope they taste sour back in Philly right now. But what's up, guys? Thank you again for joining us tonight on the Aftermath on 102.9 Game Broad Street South Radio. It's your host and your boy AJ Turnup, and we got Coach Slick, aka the British guy who will be on standby. If not, he's always with us in spirit. And again, show your support for him to get that intern job with the Bucs as a coach. Follow my show. It's about Buck and Time on YouTube. It's called Give Coach Slick an Opportunity. All of his accolades is right there. So please show your support. It's only 2 minutes of your time. And like I said, I know you guys are watching the 49ers and the Packers. It looks like it's a solid game right now. We just want to know who we going to play after that, don't we? Man, tell me, Buck fans, I'm not going to lie. Look, they beat the 49ers. I'm not worried. Bucs play the Green Bay Packers. I'd feel a lot more comfortable. I just would. But we're not even going to get to that yet. We're going to let them play it out because for all we know, San Fran can come back, and it's so early. But right now, we're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into Detroit. Oh, man, Buck fans. I'm really happy for this team. First of all, shout out to the Buccaneers for getting there. We are defying the odds, doing what people said that we couldn't do, and that's just how it is. And that's what. But for people out there who didn't truly watch the game and understand the game of football, life did not end with the Buccaneers because Brady left. Life did not end just I think a lot of people who didn't really truly watch the Bucs and listen to the media, you thought that, look, we all understand Brady is the GOAT. That's no denying it. Everybody knows football. If you know football, Brady is the GOAT. But as I always tell people, his last year, he did have some downside moments. I think Father Time did catch up to him, but most importantly, his support system was not there for him. What I mean by that, we all know, sorry, terrible Byron. I like to run up the gut Leftwich, ruined not just Brady, but the team last year. Everything was frustrating because we were predictable. We didn't have any direction. So Brady leaving, but it was bad. But here's the thing. It was the best thing for this Buccaneers team. Keyword, Buccaneers team. It is finally about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers and not Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I keep telling everybody, when Brady left, this team is having a lot more fun. Again, you got to catch Rick Hughes on Bucs Live. He told you these things, that the Bucs would be fine with Baker. And I hopped on the bandwagon because I saw that he was a dual threat. And I saw the potential that he could do. And again, this Bucs team is going places. And speaking of going places, we got a special guest that we need to bring in, guys. This man right here is I would say one of the official hype men for the Bucs team. Hell, he needs to be out there in the huddle and give them that speech. This is a guy that when you talk to him, you want to go to war afterwards. You want to get shit done. So further ado, let's bring on our brother in Bucs, Port Richie Lou.
What's up, fellas? What's up? What's going on, HA? How you been, bro?
I've been all right, man. I am hyped. I'm telling you, I'm ready for this team to advance. And yes, I said it advance. But how are you, man?
Oh, absolutely, dude. I'm good, man. I can't wait for tomorrow's game. Getting ready, man. Just look, man. I know we can fucking advance. I know we can go there. I know we can go up there, do what we need to do, and handle business. Look, man, this Detroit team last week, man, they almost lost it, man. They almost lost it to the LA Rams. So there's no reason why, the boys can put up some numbers, man. They were coming back, man. The Rams were coming back, man. If they can do that, hey, we got Evans, we got Godwin, we got Moore, Palmer. Man, why not? Why not us, man? Why not now? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying. And look, we're going to get this shit cracking tonight, Lou. Let me tell you something, because I saw this across my timeline. I'm sure you have. And this has started an uproar, not only in the Detroit community, but the Tampa Bay community, because sometimes, look, man, sometimes people get too big for their britches. Now, look at this bullshit right here. The Detroit Lion fans are not sleeping on the Bucs, but oddly, Buck fans are sleeping on the Lions. Danny Bennett. And look, first of all, what kind of shit is that? Where did he get this from? They are 6.5-point favorites. Where? You got the entire sports media claiming that they're going to win, despite the fact that we have a better matchup against them. When you saw this, man, what kind of shit went through your mind? I got to know.
Me, I looked at that, man, and I'm just like, this guy just trolling, man. He's just trolling, trying to stir some shit up, man, but look, man, whatever, man. Dude, when they put the laces on, man, and then the kickoff goes off, hey, man, that's when we'll fucking see, what's going on and see what the fuck is going to go down. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not saying we're going to go up there and, it's going to be a fucking easy game. No, Detroit got some players on there, man. Dude, that St. Brown got loose on us last time, man. We got to control that guy, man. Gibbs and Montgomery, and Ben Johnson's going to come with a plan, man, But look, we got Bowles, man. We got Canales, and they're going to come with their own plan, you know what I'm saying? They're going to, put a little something out there that they haven't seen, And I trust our fellas, man, that we're going to fucking do what we got to do, man. As far as us fans sleeping on the fucking Detroit Lions, ain't nobody sleeping, man. You know that, bro. You know that. So I just looked at that, man, just like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here with that shit.
I am with you on that because I'm sitting here like this. But when it comes to the Detroit fans, this is why I think it is going to be beautiful. And this is a little hot take right here. Lou, I got the Bucs going in there and handling business in a good way because Detroit, as you said, a good team. They are a good team, very good team. However, they are very vulnerable. You just said it. They barely won against the Rams. And for some people out there, they won on a, as we say, controversial play because Puka was grabbed. And again, this team, I think for Detroit fans, because you haven't won in 30 years, I get it. And the social media darlings has been puckering up and slurping all over them. So yes, they feel some type of way. This is how you know that they haven't been here, Lou. Buck fans, we've been here. The players have been there. If anything, more pressure is going to be on the Detroit Lions. As good as Amon-Ra has been, he hasn't been in the playoffs deep like this. As good as Montgomery has, he ain't really been there. You see what I'm saying? Goff, we know he's a choke artist. He's the reason why we had the most boring fucking game in the entire Super Bowl history. Do you remember that damn Super Bowl with the Rams and the Patriots? That was the worst Super Bowl I ever. You know, it was so bad I got to playing spades. That's how bored I was with that game. But yes, for the Detroit Lions fans out there, calm down and relax. And as we say, act like you've been there. Have class. If you win tomorrow, that's wonderful. But hey, you guys are well in advance. You're a step ahead, but you're not a complete team yet. Y'all not the 49ers. Y'all not a good team, not a great team. That's all I got to say for that, Lewis. Like, and this guy really is out here saying this crazy stuff. Well, nobody's hating on y'all. They just want to be underdogs so bad. If you thought about it, Lou, they act like they're coming back to Tampa. We're in your house.
Look, man, you know, like you said, we've been there, done that, man. That was us a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? Because we hadn't been to the playoffs in a while, man. You know, of course, we had the GOAT, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit was a little bit different. But you know, what I hope happens, and I hope they're reading their press clippings, and you fall into that trap, man, you know what I'm saying, with expectations where you just expect to just show up and you're just going to get the dub. And you know that shit ain't going to happen, man. You know, they better come prepared to play, because I know the fellas are, this is a business trip, and they're going to go up there and they're going to handle it, man. And there's, you know, with this game right here, is just a stepping stone to where we want to go. And I expect the fellas to go up there and do what they got to do, and let's go hunting. This is safari time. You know what I'm saying? Bake the hunter, gonna go get his fucking mantle, and we're gonna put that motherfucker at $1, and we'll put that fucking little line up there, man. We're just like, just for one of the fucking little pastimes that we can put a little fucking ashes out when we put the victory cigars in our mouths.
Amen. And I got something else I want to show you, because this is what's going to happen when the Bucs step on the field. This is what's going to happen to our buddy Goff.
My man, I don't get killed.
Yeah,
that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? And look, the scheme is going to be right. One thing that we can say, if you true Buck fans watch the game, one thing that you can say about Bowles, the second time around he plays people, he reads them like a book. He knows their habits. He knows them damn near better than themselves, and he can adjust. That is the Bowles that I'm waiting for. I truly think we're gonna make big splashes on defense. But I want to ask you, what, in your opinion, are the keys? Let's talk about the offensive side for the Buccaneers first. What, in your opinion, is the key to the game for this offense?
All right, the keys to this game right here. On look, on offense, look, we got to get after those cornerbacks, man, because you know they let that kid, man, Nuka or whatever his name is, man, they let him loose, man. You know, in the fourth quarter, bro, and you know we got Godwins and Evans didn't have his best game, so you know that man is going to come to play, man. He's going to go. You know, I think he's going to have a hell of a game, man. At least 2 touchdowns, man. And you know, I think personally, between Evans, Godwin, and Palmer, and then you sprinkle in a little Dave Moore, man, and even Otten, man, a little Otten here and there, and Shad, man. We get the ball. Shad's been running good, man. He's been really good, man. And let's see what happens. You know, even Chase Edwards, man. You know, get him in there and let's see what happens, man. You know, on defense, of course, you know, we got to look out for that Laporta kid, man. He's good, bro. He's good. Again, St. Brown. And we got to, you know, put the pressure on him, man. I expect Bo's going to bring the blitz on this guy, man. And he's been known to throw some interceptions on golf. But he's also good at picking up the blitz too, man. I think he's like number 3, man, and being successful on that, man. But look, the Gravediggers are back there, bro. We got Antoine back there, man. I like what Zion's been doing, man. And Dean had himself a decent game, bro. And CD3 gonna do what his thing is, bro. And let's see, I hope we get like 45 gets live. But otherwise, Britt's back there too, man. LVD, man, that kid, man. Well, he's not a kid, but did you see just the closing speed that guy had, man? I was surprised, man. The LVD, man, he's an old man, bro, but he's bringing it, man.
LVD is that guy. He's that guy.
And even Shaq, man, I think these guys are gonna come to play, man. And Chancey, man, and Yaya, bro. What can you say about that, bro?
Those are godsends. And guys out there, we've all had our situations about bowls, but before we get into that, I'm gonna bring in another guest in here, Lou, because look, it's a full house tonight. And again, we always enjoy your presence. But we got another guy in here that has been on the Baker bandwagon. Not even a bandwagon. He's a true fan of him, and he inspired me to really go back and go, wow, this guy's gonna do something. Let's bring in our own Rick Hughes. What's up, Rick?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
Hey.
It's going. But look, we got to show it one more time for everybody out there. Rick, this is what Bowles is going to put on.
Bye, man, I don't get killed.
I'd buy that for $1. Yeah. Oh man, but you are absolutely right, Lou and Rick. This is one thing I will say. Do you know what the most important thing? This is, hear me out. And if this happens, oh my goodness, we're gonna have you back on, Lou. But this is to me a major priority. People think it's the running game. I do agree to a certain extent, but you called it. Amon-Ra is the number one priority. Why? He is the engine that gets the passing game going to where they can expand. This is how I think they should play him. Man press jam. Here's why I say that. Now, Lou, you play football. Everybody knows the game. Jamming, ladies and gentlemen, is not about essentially shutting down the receiver completely. It's about disrupting timing between he and his quarterback. Amon-Ra, if you look at the past 4 games, why he excels, because if you give him space, he's such a great route runner and he's strong. You cannot give him momentum. Beat him up. LVD is our neutralizer Laporta. I like Laporta, but he is still green. Levante knows him. Levante shut down Kelsey before. Laporta's good, but he ain't Kelsey just yet. So that's in my opinion, that is the number one priority. You jam and sometimes double Amon-Ra. You take him out the game. You make the passing offense vanilla. Golf, you blitz him the right way. This is the time where you got to get creative. Devin White, put him on the edge a little bit, move him around, make it confusing. I think Bowles would do that, and then more man coverage. You want to make Golf have to get rid of the ball quick. Don't let him beat you, and the blitzes will come. Now, Lou, what say you on when it comes to jamming Amon-Ra? And then Rick, I want you to answer afterwards.
Look, man, that's how you got to do it, man. You got to do it, man. You got to disrupt the timing, because this guy, they're expected to be in a certain spot, man. And we got this. If we can pressure him, and this guy throws the ball up, man. Hey, man, it's Gravedigger time, man. It's Gravedigger time, and we'll pick 6 it, man, and then just let's do this. I think the fellas are gonna eat, man. What do you think, Rick?
Well, last week's game plan cannot be this week's game plan. I understand it's fun it was fun. Last week was fun. Okay, but and it's great to say blitz. This guy's really good against the blitz. So you have to realistically understand you can't blitz like we did last week. You can't do what we did last week. This is going to be a whole different ballgame than last week. This is not going to be look. They're going to come after our secondary. Get ready for that. They're coming after our secondary. As excited as I am about this, and as much as I love, oh my God, we got a shot at this, right? We have a puncher's chance. We got a good shot at this. What I don't want to happen is I don't want us to sit there and if there are mistakes that can very easily be made. Okay. You remember the Cooper Cup play.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah. I was off a blitz.
We can't do this all game. Mm-hmm. Okay. We can't do this all game. It's fun to say blitz. I like it. Blitz. Yes. But you can't this game. Yes, AJ, you're correct. At times blitz. When you blitz, it better be effective because this is how you get burned. Detroit's a really good team. And you've got to understand when you blitz, it better count. You better get home. You'd better not golf around a little bit when you do blitz. You'd better be prepared. The entire game, I believe, comes down to 2 yards after the catch.
Yes, sir.
The entire game is going to come down to that. Who's going to get the yards after the catch? Your yards after contact. That's where you're going to see. Is it going to be, is White going to have a game where that's going to happen? Again, guys, I love, Matt Evans is probably going to have a much better game than last week. But having said that, once again, look for our number 3 receiver. Whoever that is, sometimes it'll change. Trey Palmer, some David Brown, or David Moore, sometimes it'll change.
Yeah.
But our other guys, and Kate Otten are critical in this game. Getting rid of the ball to Rashad is going to be big.
I agree 100%. Now, Lou, since you are new into the guest, Rick knows what my number 1 offensive scheme is, and what I live by it. It's my shit because it works, because it worked in the first touchdown. I am a man of crossing routes, Lou. Do you know why? Crossing routes are effective because most linebackers in the league hate to be east and west. I like to stretch the field horizontally first to set up the vertical. We have 2 speed guys in Palmer and Moore. Otten, to me, he needs to go up the seam because that's where he excels. Offensively, short passes first to get the offense in the rhythm because Baker is a rhythm type of quarterback. And rollouts and some play action. And he's right about that the Bucs cannot go necessarily the same scheme on defense. But that's why if they blitz Lou and Rick, you have to jam. The reason why I say that, if you give anybody any space, that's who is going to kill you. And Amon-Ra is their engine to make the passing offense go. Laporta will go off only if Amon-Ra can. Why I say that? Because now Levante has to look out not just for Laporta, but he has to make sure Amon-Ra doesn't beat his nickel. Now, in your opinion, guys, I want to ask Lou, who would you assign to do the jamming, the man press on Amon-Ra? If you had to choose a corner where it's like, I need you. If you get beat, don't worry. You got help from the Godwin, the Winfield, the man who always wins. What corner would you put on Amon when it comes to man press?
For Amon, I'm personally, I think Dean should be on him, bro. Put Dean on him, and like I said, man, just jam him up at the line, and disrupt the timing. I personally think Rick's correct, man, because we can't blitz all game like we did last week because that's what they've probably been game planning all week. You know what I'm saying? That's the expectation. So I'm hoping the adjustments are going to be there, and they come correct, man. For me, take out St. Brown, Laporta, let that kid Reynolds fucking try and beat us, man. And we got CD3 on him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or Zion, man. We'll see. We'll see, man. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I think Zion McCollum is you're gonna have to do that because I don't think you want him. Well, the reason I'd rather have Jamel Dean back there in like when it comes to covering after you jam him on the line, I'd rather have Jamel Dean back there. Zion McCollum is what's great. He's either a big time hit or a big time miss.
Mm-hmm.
You do not want. I'd rather have Jamel Dean back there trying to clean up on those plays where Zion's a miss. So that's my thinking.
You guys make both, and it's funny that you say that. I said mesh it, mix it up. I'd say have Dean blast him a couple of times because Dean. But you know what? You're right, Dean and Zion. People ask me why not Carlton, because Carlton doesn't have the speed that Zion and Dean has. Those two can recuperate and they can recover faster than Carlton. We love Carlton, but Carlton, I feel more comfortable when Carlton's on a slower receiver. But you're right, mix it up. But my whole issue is beat Amon-Ra on the line of scrimmage. You cannot let him get going. And you are right. Now, you're right, Rick. We cannot blitz. I think what you said is good. I don't want us to blitz a lot. Like you said, the Eagles were a team, let's be real, guys. We kicked their ass as we should, but they weren't as hungry as Detroit. Detroit got a chip on their shoulder. As we see, they're in fantasy land because they think that they're the underdogs. But you're right. If anything, Dan Campbell is what's going to right this ship. Now, some players might think, "Oh, we're just one game away." Dan Campbell is probably telling them, "No, guys. I guarantee you, Dan Campbell knows that this Buccaneers team is dangerous." And the reason why, guys, I got two guys that are going to be the wrecking balls, and I'm calling it right now: Kancey and Yaya. One. Yeah. Detroit didn't see a well-formed Yaya that we know now, guys. Kancey is going to be a beast because we know I feel like they already know if you don't double Vita Vea, that's disrespect. First of all, you don't double Vita, you're just being disrespectful and stupid. Kancey is gonna have to get, like you said, hit Goff a couple of times. He's gonna have to rattle him. As you said, we cannot allow them to. I don't think you're right. I think you're right. We cannot blitz more. That's why I do think the Bucs need to play more man today. The last time they beat us, if you look at it, Lou, every time they had short passes, it was a lot of screens because we gave them so much cushion. Now, Lou, I hate cushion coverage too much unless if it's anything under 3rd and 15, I'm like, you need to be slap boxing the receiver on the damn line of scrimmage. But and then let's bring in this other situation, guys. Luke, we had a former slimy taint player talking that mouth about Baker, and you know who he is, Chauncey, aka Kitty Cat Gardner. Like, first of all, Luke, why he got to open his mouth?
Hey man, he I don't know, man. You know the coaches checked him, man, because he just gave the guys bulletin board material, man. That guy CJ, man, but he just, a saint won't saint, I know he's a lion now, but I don't know, man. Why would you even do that, man? And Bake, if he's out there, man, Bake's gonna go after him, bro.
Well, there's a reason why he's doing that, and that's learned behavior. Okay, Mike Evans gets all out of whack sometimes when you talk. When you start talking a lot, Mike Evans can overreact, and we've all seen Mike Evans. We've seen the Saints get under his skin. We've seen this, so he's learned This is a tactic that sometimes works with Mike Evans and and some of the Buccaneers. So, I mean, I hope we have the discipline to just ignore that, not even use it as bulletin board material, just ignore it. I mean, that I think is the best advice, is not to look at it and get all rah. I can't believe he talking. That's static. Okay, that's static. Whatever. Okay. Well, if they only had a quarterback,
I like
whatever.
it, but here's why. And Lou got a point though. Dan Campbell's gonna be like, guys, act like you've been there, even though they haven't. But you're putting fire, unnecessary fire. Like Lou just said, if I'm Baker, oh okay, Godwin. If you're open and it's one-on-one, burn his ass, because two things are gonna happen. Because we know he's a dirty player. He's either gonna cause a penalty or he's gonna get overzealous and he's still gonna get burnt. Things like this, when you're too busy worrying about other players, like you said, it could work, but it's too many other weapons on this Bucs offense
But it's
that will
happened
backfire.
before with Evans. It's happened
Right, but
before
Evans
with
is one
Evans.
man. If Evans, let's say if
That's
Evans
a big
doesn't go
man
off,
on our offense. That's
he
a
is. But if
baby.
they focus on Evans too much, because I like this question. The lovely Miss Carmen Craven asked, AJ,
Yeah,
do
I'm
you
a
think
fan.
they were trying to?
I'm a fan of hers, AJ. I'm sorry, I got to break that to you.
That's fine. A lot of people are. Get in line. Pick a number. AJ, do you think they will try to double up on Evans? If so, will that give Godwin more touches? I don't think they have anyone to go one-on-one. Evans, your thoughts? Miss Carmen, you are absolutely correct. Everybody knows that Detroit's secondary is very suspect, and they don't have guys that can handle Evans in man coverage. So if you double him, this is what makes me comfortable with the offense, Lou and Rick. Moore and Palmer and Otten, those
That's
three
what I
guys
said.
stepped up. And you said it earlier. With them
Yeah.
stepping up, that puts more pressure on Detroit. Double Evans all you want to. Now you got Godwin and Otten more. And again, this is not us. If this secondary, if they take two people on one guy, it's going to affect them heavily. They're not a Saints defense or a better defense that we have played. These guys, they can't spare one-on-one, like they can't spare double and Evans. Like if Evans comes out of this game with 10 yards, that means Godwin is going to come out with 120
They're
yards.
gonna double Evans.
They have to. Yeah, you have to. But when that happens, that is when Moore and Trey Palmer and then will go off.
You gotta hope that happens.
Oh, I know what will happen. Remember, okay, Hutchinson, and guys, remember this. The media was talking about how Hutchinson has been dominant. Do you realize when he played us, even when we were still finding ourselves, Gedeke owned Hutchinson, and they're going to have to move him around. And the strength of our offensive line is what? The outside. Gedeke and Wirfs. So pick your poison right there. With any side, whatever side Hutchinson's on, I'm going to the other side. Call it a day. Rick, your thoughts on that? If they who on defense besides Hutchinson is going to put fear into your heart?
I'm not afraid so much of their defense.
Okay.
I don't look at their defense and think, oh my God, no. I don't. I mean, their offense and the points, we're going to have to score a lot of points. Okay.
Agreed.
We're going to have to score points because they're probably going to score. They're
agreed.
All right. I know we want to sit there and pretend, oh, we can stop them. We're going to have to stop them some. And I think the key, I said earlier, and I believe this wholeheartedly, the key is going to come down to yards after catch or yards after contact. And if we can hold them to field goals.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be the key to the game. For me, those two things are the key to everything. And us finally not having field goals, but scoring touchdowns.
I got you.
And if we can do those two things,
yes, sir,
that's huge. Now, again, taking an early lead, I think, is hyper critical. I don't think it's kind of important. I think it's huge in this game. Huge in this game because you've got to shut that crowd up.
100%.
You have to make the crowd say, "Wait, what? We might wait, what? We might lose? What?"
Exactly.
'Cause
Okay, I like that.
right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
I don't think it, and I think the Lions, what we can only hope is that the Lions are feeling like their fans, this is our magical season. This is it. And we gotta hope and pray to God the team feels that way. And one punch in the face, and you might get shock and disbelief from the fans, from the players,
Yes.
and watch how fast the fans turn on this
Amen.
Detroit team. Because if they turn on, I mean, if things start to go bad, if you're paying thousands and thousands of dollars to go to a game and your team struggles, you're going to get your money's worth.
They're gonna be sounding like Lou out here throwing them bombs. And Lou, like, and speaking because we want the people here to know who you are. How did you end up becoming a Buck fan?
Well, okay, so I moved down to Tampa Bay, originally from New York, and I came down here in '94. And, at first I was like, at the time we had Walsh, man. They had just drafted Dilfer and Eric Rett, man. But we had Nickerson here, man. And I saw them starting to develop, man, and, slowly the next year we got Sapp, we got Derek Brooks, man. And you started to see the team, man, start balling, man. And again, Nickerson was a big part of that, man. And him coming over from the Steelers, man, I started really, really getting into after we got the A train, bro. The following year, man, we got Mike, and just seeing that dude, that guy was just a truck, man. And so, I was working with some guys, man, and they're like, "Look, man, I got some extra tickets. Let's go down to the Sombrero." I'm like, "All right, fuck it, let's go." I went down there, man, and I just, I just fell in love with the team, man. I mean, that year we were going down to the University of Tampa, bro, watch practice, man, and you could go right up, man, and you could see, you could see the players, man, get autographs and all that, man. I mean, we were right there on top of them, man. And so, once they got Dungy here, man, things were just going uphill from there, man. Yeah, we kept losing to the damn fucking Eagles, bro, in the playoffs, man. But you could see it, man. You could see it, elevating. And I WD-40, bro. Those cats they were tearing up some fucking teams, bro. And I just fell in love with the team, man. And from ever since then, bro, I just, it's been all Bucs, bro. It's been all Bucs. And, I'm here, bro. I'm here to stay, man. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm saying, let's ride this ship right now as far as we can go, man. Who knows where it's going to take us, man. We got a tough game tomorrow. And I think we got a good look at it, man. If we come prepared, the boys are going to come take care of business. I think good things can happen, man. Just handle your business is all I'm saying is.
Well, we're on house money. We're playing with house money. And
yes, sir.
And it's all good. Just to kick back, enjoy the game tomorrow. Have a good time with it. I mean, we this was as good as we could have possibly hoped for. Now, Green Bay's only losing by 1 point at halftime. If Green Bay wins that game tonight,
if Green Bay wins, you cannot tell me that does not put an extra fire in the Bucs to say, guys, we go in there and whoop this this damn Detroit Lions ass. We get to host the NFC home. That's the closest feeling to the Super Bowl. Man, motivation. That's what I'm saying. But I think, Rick, you're on to something. Lou, I think Rick is on to something. We got to hope that Detroit players are feeling this way. And this is why I think so, Rick, you're on to something. Because if CJ is bold enough to say that, I know sometimes it's an isolated incident, but if they were all locked in, did you see any Bucs players talk shit? No. I guarantee you LVD was probably sitting there like, all y'all shut the hell up. Don't nobody get on here. He probably even told Trey, hey, you ain't waking up pissed just yet. And if you don't wake up pissed, you better score.
Bucs fans don't talk, though. That's the thing. Is there are some players that talk, mostly Saints. I mean, that's the culture. They talk. There's a lot of talk, and that's, you got this guy. He's got the pedigree for this. So it's one dude talking, and what it immediately Dan Campbell comes out and says, "Hey, let's hold a press conference where we talk about Baker Mayfield."
That's true. Dan Campbell did come out and go. He probably was like, because of you, I gotta do damn damage control. And look, I bet you Dan said, you better not be the one who fucking lose this game because of us. If you lose this game because of us, you are out of Motown. And that's what I love. But the thing is, Lou and Rick, I think the experience is what's going to be in our favor. Our guys have been there. We have been here. Evans, Godwin, Wirtz, they know what it's like. Levante, look, these guys, and as you said, even if we lose, I want to get this out here, Lou, because I've given Coach Bowles a lot of shit. Rick knows it. I know I have. And I'm not going to lie, a lot of it was rightly deserved. But either way, I do respect Bowles for holding down the fort. It was Dungy-esque like. Yes, the offense was not where we wanted. Yes, the defense sometimes gave up, but he kept the ship right despite everything. And I'm damn proud of Bowles. Bowles, I'm proud of you for how you have gotten this team to where it is. This was a team that we were only supposed to win. We always say this, Lou, Rick and I, the people said that this team's going to win 2 to 5 games tops. And we literally just gave them what the hell are you talking about? You don't know football. And the reason why I want us to win so bad, Lou, is to shut up the social media darlings. Now, I know Rick has been around for years, so he is immune to that. But a guy like me, I'm from the 80s, and for me, I want to shut Detroit fans up, because now, okay, they acting like that JV team who won one game. Now they think they're ready for varsity. We're going to whoop your asses now, because look, offensively, you are right. They are dangerous, but again, the weapons are not as good and like they are for us. Right now, I truly think Baker is hungrier for this than Goff. Do I think Goff won it? Yes, but not like Baker. Baker, to me, was written off, outcast, unfairly. He's going to play with, okay, I'm going to show you why. You're right. I honestly think, and they think that the crowd is going to bother us. It's not. We've been there. All Evans going to do is say, hey, man, look, if you want me to run an X route, tap the damn helmet twice and I'll make that happen. We ain't scared of no damn Detroit. They're going to waste their $1,000 tickets for nothing. But we got another guy on here, guys. And Lou, look, like I said, we hope you stay here because it's a hell of a good time, man. Speak your mind. And another thing, are you, let me get, I'm trying to figure out where in New York are you from? The Brooklyn or the Bronx? Which one?
You got me, bro. Brooklyn, baby.
I knew
Brooklyn
it.
in the house.
I knew
Brooklyn in the house, baby. Absolutely, bro.
Are you from Bed-Stuy?
Not Bed-Stuy. Closer to Sheepshead Bay, around there, brother.
Okay, look. Either way, bring the pizza to Tampa. Look, New York got the best pizza, hands down. We know this, so bring it on there. They do. And look, we got to bring another guest on, because this guy I had to owe a major apology to, because he predicted that Getke was going to be that beast, and because of that, let's bring him on. JT Olsen in the house. What's up, JT? How you doing?
AJ, I hate to jump right on here and immediately disagree with you, but Detroit has the best pizza.
Oh, come on.
Have y'all ever had Detroit-style pizza? It's excellent.
They can't even figure out which direction to put the sauce
Exactly.
It's perfect.
It's Midwest pizza for me, like especially Chicago pizza. If I want a cake, I'll eat a damn cake. I don't want no deep dish. All I see is sauce and a little bit of bread on the bottom.
It is. It's a little bit of crust. It's crunchy. It's delicious. It's all the good stuff.
New Haven, Connecticut.
No, that's like all bread with like a little bit of pizza stuff inside. This is
all right. Hey guys, look, we got Dude coming in. Look, Lou, Dude is like you. He's crude and he ain't scared to be rude. But we love that because we like that intensity. So he more like. There he is. Look, that's an iconic painting right there. Jeff Daniels with the shades on. Man, what's up, dude?
All right, we're not going to tolerate this Midwest pizza slander, guys. Before I start here, just a little heads up. Born just outside Chicago, Illinois. That's right, Chi-Town, straight from the heart of the Midwest. Here's the thing. New York pizza is amazing. There's no doubt about it. All right. But if you're in New York and you buy a slice, you eat a slice, right? And that's great. Are you full? Nope. Eat one slice of Chicago pizza. You're going to take a nap for the rest of the day. Now, with that said, I think if we want to bash on pizza on this show, we should be bashing on Detroit style pizza, guys.
Yeah, bro. No doubt. Okay. No doubt. Dude, I've had some Lou's, man, up in Chicago, bro. That shit's right, man.
Lou Malnati's. I'll just say this, man. As a fat guy who literally, and this is no exaggeration, I got family that confirm it, I eat pizza 4 days a week, minimum. And I'm in Florida. Imagine what would happen if I was in New York or Chicago. I'd be dead. I'm sorry. First of all, big shout out to Lou for coming on, man. We've been chasing this guy for a quick minute. And everybody listening, go on Twitter. No, I ain't calling that shit the X-Fuck Elon. Every game day morning, find Lou on Twitter. He starts the day off the way only the GOAT of game day pregame can go, and that's Lou. If you can't find him on Twitter, go to the Bucs Report Twitter page. We always repost his early morning game day rants. And let me tell you, put the kids to bed because, as you can tell with Lou, he don't hold back. And that's why I'm on here. Now, real quick, and I got to do some laundry here, so I'm sorry to hold you guys up. We got JT up in the upper right-hand corner. JT Olson of the Creamsicle Chronicles, also lead writer for BucsReport.com. In the middle up top, of course, that's Rick Hughes, host of Bucs Live every Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those nights, right, Rick?
Tuesday.
With his co-host David White-Scarver. Far left, AJ Turnup. Why is AJ Turnup? Because, dude, if you follow him on Twitter or if you're in a group chat with him, this mofo is always turned up, okay? And, of course, like I said, the GOAT of game day beginnings. If you don't start your game day with listening to Lou's little rant, bro, what are you even fucking doing? Now, as far as the Detroit Lions, hey, it's a revenge game. And I don't give a shit if you're playing 500 decibels in there. Pound the rock, run play action, pressure Jared Goff, bring that shit back to Tampa, and let's go to another conference championship game. It's really that simple, okay? Fuck Sam Laporta. This ain't France, all right? And Jared Goff, dude, great season, great rehabbing your career there in Detroit. But let's be real, man. It's the Detroit Lions. I know everybody was at least a little surprised they won their first playoff game, and that's great. Congratulations. You won your first playoff game since AJ was born. Awesome. All right? But what you don't have and what you're never going to have is that little piece of jewelry, okay? That ring that goes on your finger, that Lombardi that goes in your case. You want to know why? because you're the fucking Detroit Lions. All right. I don't want to take up too much of your time because I'm over here trying to watch a game and get my head right because I got to get up early in the morning and listen to Lou. So again, I wanted to come on here. Can't handle the disrespect to Chicago pizza. If you don't like it, hey, if you don't like it, I don't know, go eat a fucking Hot Pocket or something, dude. I mean, it's different than New York. And don't get me wrong, ain't nothing better than buying a slice and folding it with your fingers and going down on it and getting that grease. Beautiful thing in New York. But if you want a meal, go with Chicago deep dish and Lou Malnati's, one of the best places. Here's how popular it is. You have to wait 45 minutes for the right to order at Lou's.
Damn.
Not to get your food, just to order. Okay? There's a waiting list every day, all hours of the day. Now, that might be because there's only 2 of them in Chicago, but the point being is excellent. Both things can be true. Both pizzas can be good, but what we can all agree on is one, Detroit pizza is basically fucking cheesy bread from Little Caesars, okay?
JT's like, no.
And
look, it will be today. It will be today, dude. You are right. Today, 8 Mile is shit. RoboCop, no. Axel Foley ain't gonna be able to save the Detroit Lion for us whooping that ass.
I mean, it isn't okay. Detroit. How can I buy a house in Detroit for less than a playoff ticket? And that's a fact.
You literally can.
That's a fact. Go look it up. Detroit. All right. You did bring us stuff like Eminem. I'm going to go back a little bit farther. You've got a song called Detroit Rock City. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But besides that, okay, wait. I'm going to show my age here. Respect for Motown. Can't overlook Motown. All right.
Of the world, yeah.
But besides that, we refer to Detroit down here. In Florida, we refer to Detroit as Detroitistan. Okay? Why? Because it ain't nothing but bombed out buildings and empty vacant lots. With that said, Lions fans, these Pirates are coming. And they're coming for blood. All right? If you saw what they did to the Eagles, who have a resume in the playoffs, who have a ring, imagine what they're going to do to you. Lion Tamer is where it's at. Baker Mayfield's going to cook. Hey, y'all know about Mike Evans, right? Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, that's all going to play out like it normally does. Mike, don't drop a fucking touchdown pass, bro. just don't do that, man. I mean, I'm trying to be the shepherd here, okay? With that said, I want to shout out to all the boys in the comment section before I jump off and leave you guys alone. Smitty Sports Machine, Atlanta Falcon podcast. If you guys don't check them out, check them out. Good guys, shitty team, nothing but love. Christopher Cole, dude, anybody who does live streams for Buccaneers, Christopher Cole's in the comment section. Why? Because he's the motherfucking definition of diehard. Win, lose, or draw, Chris is there representing, and we appreciate you, Chris.
MVP.
Well, I don't know who Betty Farley is, but hey, thanks. Cool. Carmen Craven is Craven Rick, it looks like. So we're going to leave that and get off the comment section because this is going sideways. Shout out to all you guys who don't live at your aunt's house. That's an inside joke. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. If not, DM me. I'll let you know.
I just
make sure you check out JT's article, Keys to Playoff Victory. It's on bucksreport.com. Check us out on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Spoutable. They're all those fucking apps. We love game day. Game day is only 2 hours away. JT, Lou, AJ, I'm out.
Take care of yourself.
Take care, brother.
Yeah. Well, I will not be saying nothing else about Chicago pizza because I know how Chicago people get. But no, seriously, back to, like I said, JT, Get Key has been a stud. I owe you an apology. You saw something there, and I just didn't know. I had doubts. And man, you couldn't have told me that our outside line was going to be like the anchor. Now, with that being said, and I want to add again, because Lou, because you never add, like, who on defense besides Hutchinson do you think that the Bucs need to go, all right, guys, look out for him? And we're just being honest here.
What's that? That linebacker that got Anazelli or whatever his name is, man. The blonde haired kid, man. He's pretty decent. But you know, Brian Branch, maybe that's but I ain't scared of him, bro. I ain't scared of him, bro.
Thank you.
Bring it, baby.
You didn't know.
Bring it.
Look, you can say all you want. Everybody know who Levante is. You know the name. You might not know him if you saw him, but you know the name. Now, JT, I want to ask you that. Besides Hutchinson, who else on defense? If you had to be quite honest, you'd be like, Bucs, let's look out for him. Now, they're supposed to look out for everybody, but coaches go, look at this number person right here. Who else besides Hutchinson?
The only other guy on that defensive line who scares me is their defensive tackle, Aleem McNeil. Came out as a nose tackle, shed some weight. He's pretty quick, pretty strong. He's a problem in the run game, and he's got a little bit of a pass rush arsenal. So if they can get some interior pressure against Aaron Stinney, that concerns me.
Agreed. We know that our inside is the weakest. Now,
hey, real quick, man. You should have told me that was your mom, bro.
That's all right, man.
Hey, is it Mrs. or Miss?
It's Mrs.
Mrs. Craven, I apologize for being disrespectful to your son and using all those 4-letter words while you were there. I am so sorry. Welcome and thank you for joining the show. And, oh, by the way, Detroit sucks ass.
Exactly. Thanks, dude. Yeah, but as you guys see, yeah, you're right though. I want to talk about the run game. I do think it is essential, but if I'm the Bucs, the pass needs to set up the run. We cannot go in there trying to establish it. And I honestly think Canales understands that now. But when we do run the ball, we have got to be strong, and we have got one thing that I will say that I want Edmonds and White to do is when they hit that hole, fucking hit the hole and get those yards. Now, how do you guys feel about the run game? What is your confidence level, JT? And then Lou, you be next. JT, what is your confidence level on this run game?
I'm confident they will run the ball, but I'm not confident they'll run it effectively. Detroit's got a really good run defense. They don't have much of a pass rush, so they kind of hang their hat on trying to stop the run. They got some big edge guys who aren't great pass rushers, but that's what their identity is. They want to stop the run, and they want you to try and bang your head against the wall like Canales was doing earlier in the year. So I think if we can pop a big one here, maybe a reverse to Trey Palmer, something like that, get creative, but it's going to be tough sledding for Rashad White tomorrow for sure.
Mm-hmm. Lou?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking, they got to give it a shot, see how they can run, but if they keep getting stuffed, man, I hope they're smart enough to just dump it off real quick to Shad, man. He's dangerous in the, the open space and just, work it from there, man, and hopefully they can do that and make that adjustment. But, you got to at least try and run it, man. Whether they're going to be successful or not, we'll see, man. We'll see. But they got they got some pretty good run stuffers, man, like JT said, man. And just let's test the waters and let's see where it goes, man. Otherwise, man, we're going to kick these motherfuckers' asses. That's all I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck these guys, man.
Yes. And JT, I know you heard about Mr. Brantley talking about the Bucs being, like fans are overlooking them and we're not. But again, this is a vulnerable Detroit team. I truly do think that if the pressure again is more on them, they haven't been there. They're in a way, I honestly do think that this Detroit team in a way, they became the Cowboys. They started believing the hype that the media was bringing them, not realizing, yeah, we're a good team, but we're not fully solidified yet to where we're complete. Do you think that, in a way, in your opinion, do you think that maybe some of the Detroit players are almost like they're falling for what the narration of the media has bestowed upon them?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, Dan Campbell's such a good motivator. He's so good at, just the grind and the process of football. I think most of his team is going to be dialed in, except for CJ Gardner-Johnson, who's, always out to lunch doing his own thing. But, if they're listening to media around Detroit at all, people here in Detroit think this is going to be a blowout. People have talked about, is this a trap game for the Lions? Now, this is a playoff game. This is a do-or-die game, and they're just overlooking it. They're talking about they've got a path to the NFC Championship game, hosting it in Detroit. They're going to beat the Packers next week and go to the Super Bowl. That's the mindset. People here aren't even talking about the Bucs. It's a foregone conclusion that they're beating the Bucs. That's what the radio is saying. That's what media outlets are saying. That's what Detroit fans are saying. So, this week has been so much about winning that first playoff game, beating Stafford. There's been a lot of buzz. So if they're listening to any of that, which, it's hard not to, it's the talk of the town, it might be in their head a little bit.
Gotcha. Well,
bro, that just what JT said, man, is what I said before, is they're overlooking us. Mm-hmm. And I hope they read the press clippings and they fall into that trap of expectations. The expectations are where they're just going to walk onto the field and they think they're just going to get the dub. We've been there because I've seen our team do that, man. Hey, man, if they want to do that, we're just going to punch them in the mouth, man, and just let them go on their way, man. Back to fucking the fucking houseless fucking blocks and shit.
Nah, back to 8 Mile. Since they always love talking about how bad it is, they're going to go back to 8 Mile. Like I said, they're going to go run into Officer Murphy, Axel Foley. Look, they're going to have to get ready to do a lot of rewatching. They're going to be sitting in there listening to the Temptations going, just my imagination running away from me. Look, we about to put it on their ass. And Rick, and I know you about to wrap things up, but tell everybody where they can find you and what you got coming up next and what time you are going to sound the gauntlet in the morning so people can be there.
Look, you can find me on Twitter, man, Port Richie Lou. And depends on what time I get up, man. Sometimes my dog, man, gets me up at the fucking crack of dawn, man. I usually get up at like 4:30 in the morning, man. So, the dog don't know it's fucking Sunday, bro. And so that, you're in bed, bro. And you get that fucking cold nose in your face. And it's 4:30 in the fucking morning on a Sunday morning, bro. So if I'm up, I'll fucking drop it then, man. Otherwise, probably around 7, man. I'll drop it, man. But a little something, man, for the fellas, man. Look, man, I really appreciate you guys having me on here, brother. JT, you the man, brother. Keep kicking some ass, brother. I see you, bro. See you.
Lou. Appreciate you.
Uncle AJ, bro. Look, give my best to Coach Slick, man. I see that motherfucker out there, man, talking shit too, man. I like that dude, man. And all you guys, man, here at the Bucs Report, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I will be back, man. I will be back, man, because it's you guys are like family, man. And we do this, man.
Always
we do this, man. Look, if you guys forgot, man, we got a game tomorrow. We're going to kick some motherfucking ass. We're going to fucking ride that putty all the way fucking back down to fucking Tampa Bay. And we're going to wait for Green Bay to come home, baby. Come home and we're going to pack that ass.
There it is.
It's time, baby. It's time. Fire the motherfucking cannons and let's fucking go.
Let's go. Appreciate you, brother. Take care.
No problem. Take care, my brothers.
Yes, sir. Man, look, I'm already hyped. Look, it's one of those things, JT, I swear, I hope that I know that we will win. Now, is there a possibility we can lose? Absolutely. I'm going to tell you the possibilities. As you said, now we cannot be so ineffective in that run game. You're 100% correct. If we run, I'd say the first 20 attempts and we only get away with like less than 30 yards. Oh yeah, we're going to put a lot of pressure on Baker. And as bad as they are in the pass defense, it doesn't matter if we're always far behind, because now they can just take us out the game. So that is my biggest thing for us. Now on the offensive, now when it comes to us playing on the defensive side, if Amon-Ra gets any momentum, it's going to be a long day. It's not the run game that I'm scared of. It's their passing game, because Amon-Ra can change things. If he starts going off, now we can't focus on just having one-on-ones with Laporta. Then that means that's when their run game is going to come in. Do you think that the Detroit Lions are going to come in this game running, or are they going to come with surprise passing attacks?
I think they're going to do both. I think running the ball is their identity. They ran it. I think they were top 5 in rushing attempts, and they were top 5 in rushing average, and they're top 5 in rushing touchdowns. They spent 12th overall pick on a running back in the draft. So, running the ball, that's their identity. But they're what we always say we want to be. You want to set up the play action. You want to take those shots. Detroit does that really, really well, keeping that balanced, and they're gonna air it out. Ben Johnson's a super creative offensive coordinator. Dan Campbell's very aggressive. He wants to push the issue, and I think what I'm hoping happens is they commit to the run, they stick to the run, because I agree. I think this Bucs team can contain the run. They've only allowed a team to average 4 yards a carry once in the last 2 months. Since we went on this winning streak, no team is running on us with success.
Not at all. And I want to just get this comment out, because Kathy, I appreciate what you're saying. You got a point. I think Puerto Rico is just trying to have you guys judge this game with your head, not your heart. We are. Now I know for me personally, yes, because my heart tells me we're going to blow them out, but my head is telling me this will be a tight game. I predicted it. I said this, JC. I said 27-17. That's my prediction. Now I'm thinking, but also realistically, guys, as he just told you, Lions fans are really acting like that this is like a team that they're just going to walk past. I do think, JT, you're right. They thought the Rams game was the hardest thing, which in hindsight, I get why, because it's Stafford and McVay, but you got to understand, McVay has got far as he did. That's nice, but Bowles is going to be more prepared. McVay doesn't have Evans and Godwin, Otten and Palmer, and he sure as hell doesn't have the defense that we have. So I do think that a lot of Lions fans, because that's what's getting me, Jason. I'm like on Twitter, I'm like, Detroit, wait a minute. Y'all not the 49ers. You ain't got no Kerry Kittles, or you ain't got you ain't got no Fred Warner on defense. Hutchinson is good, but the last time Hutchinson played us, he didn't have an effect. Let's be real, JT. The momentum shifter for the Bucs game the last time we played them was when that interception happened at the line of scrimmage. Because I guarantee if Evans, that would be the easiest touchdown, 94-yard touchdown he'd ever have. That could have changed the game, the entire thing. So Detroit, you're not there just yet. Now, do you in your opinion, what do you think that the Bucs cannot simply do that you hope that they change ASAP to win this game?
I think they just can't be so willing to give them the underneath passing game. The Lions, that's what they want to do. They're not a team that takes a lot of deep shots. Jared Goff, he's not a guy to push the ball downfield. They want to take deep shots. They'll try and air it out, but Jared Goff's just not that guy. He's a short passer. He's an intermediate passer. He's accurate when he's not pressured. But, no one's going to mistake him for Patrick Mahomes. No one's going to mistake him for Tom Brady. So, that kind of plays right into your hands like we did last time. Jared Goff went for almost 350 yards, I think, and they just gave it to him. They played off coverage. They shut down the run and said, okay, take the short stuff. And they took the short stuff, and they just kept converting third down after third down after third down, and you can't let them do that. You got to get in their face on those third and mediums.
I think you're 100% correct on that. That's what was killing us. I was looking at the game, and a lot of times there were receivers going out. It was just screens, and cushion coverage has been our Achilles heel. I think you are 100% correct. This is the type of game where we want to be aggressive, not overly aggressive, but aggressive enough to where I don't want the Bucs to be only up by 6 or down by 3, and it's the fourth quarter, like 5 minutes left. That's not going to bode well for us. I truly, in your opinion, now, JT, do the Bucs need to keep at least a 10-point lead to keep this team at bay, or does it need to be more, in your opinion?
I mean, Detroit's such a dynamic offense. They're really one of the best in the league. So, a 10-point cushion would make me, be able to breathe a little easier.
Yes.
I don't think we're going to have that luxury. I think these two teams are so evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, a 3-point game in either direction, right down to the wire. I think it's going to be, both teams are going to be looking to try and seal the game late. So, yeah, I would love to have that 10-point cushion. I'd feel really good in that spot with our defense.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't foresee that happening for either team.
Gotcha. Well, in your opinion, I'll ask you this, and we'll wrap this up. I'm going to ask you this, and then you give me your prediction. Now, who needs to be the hero, the offense or the defense, and then give me your prediction?
I think the defense needs to be the hero because this is strength on strength. Great offense versus great defense. Ben Johnson, he's getting all these head coaching interviews. He's a great offensive coordinator. We know what Todd Bowles is as a defensive mastermind. It's really going to be a chess match. And you got to find a way to pressure Jared Goff, because when you pressure Jared Goff gets uncomfortable. Jared Goff turns the ball over a lot when he's uncomfortable. And, part of that's going to be blitz. Part of that's going to be Kalijah Kancey and Yaya Diaby. Let's not sleep on Shaq Barrett and what he's capable of. And of course, Big V in the middle, he's going to control the line. So the offense is going to get theirs. This Detroit secondary is not good, particularly at corner. So I think they're going to make splash plays. I think they're going to have a couple over 30-yard plays, but it's really going to be the defense that decides this game.
All right. Okay. And in your opinion, what's your prediction?
I'm going final score, Bucs 27, Lions 22. They're going to try and do a 2-point conversion, try and tie it up at 24. Bucs are going to seal it away late with a field goal. Lions aren't going to be able to march it down the field and answer. So it's going to be tight. It's going to be potential for a tie game late, but I think the Bucs get it done.
My man, I hear what you're saying, and now I'll just say this and wrap this up. Yeah, I think the offense for the Bucs need to be the hero. And why I say that is because if the offense excels, the defense doesn't have to think too hard. Now, we know Bo's defenses, he can be very complex, but being complex and effective are two different things. Sometimes if it's too complex, it's not effective. I truly think when the Bucs have a lead and the offense is on a roll, the defense has a sigh of, okay, we don't have to think so hard. We can pin our ears back and make it happen. Look at how we were against the Eagles. We were always up, so we never truly had to worry about them coming back. When we was playing Green Bay and Jaguars, when we were up, the defense just to me played like, man, we got this. But I say this, the way if they do everything right, I'll say this. It's going to be, I do think the Bucs will win 27-17 just because I think that Goff is going to be a little more smothered, especially if we jam Amon-Ra like I think we should. And I do think Yaya and Kancey are the X factors. You're right on that. The reason why I say Yaya is going to be a major effect because they didn't experience the Yaya of now. And you're right. Vita is going to demand double coverage. If not, it's disrespectful and stupid. I think Kancey is evolved a lot more than what they are ready to handle. I will say this, though. But if this happens, if the Bucs get up 2 scores early in the first quarter, they're going to romp the Detroit Lions. Why I say that, as confident as Dan and Ben are, it's going to be a little different because they can't control the player's mentality. Goff has a tendency will turn into Jared Goff. But that's just what I'm saying. So if that happens, I got the Bucs winning. If that happens, if they get up 2 scores in the first quarter, the Bucs will win 34-13. But realistically, 27-17. Thank you so much for being on here, JT. I need you to tell everybody where they can find you and what you got planned.
Yeah, you can find all my written work at bucksreport.com. You can catch my podcast, the Creamsicle Chronicle podcast, here on Bucs Report. That's Friday nights, typically at 9:30. We've been running a little later. My co-host's work schedule has been a little wonky, so he hasn't been on. But, yeah, we're making it work. You can find our stuff there. Then I've got a sports gambling podcast I do Wednesday nights at 9:30. So if that's something you're into, check us out. Then it's going to be a lot of follow-up content for this game, either good or bad. We're going to talk about the NFC Championship game, possibly hosting it. I think, it's 13-14 score in this game we're watching right now. So the dream's not dead. So we're going to be talking about that, or we're going to be talking about recapping the year. We're going to be talking about, Todd Bowles and his future, Baker Mayfield and his future, and start to preview the draft. So we'll see. I think the Bucs got a real good chance in this game. I think a defensive lineman's taking the ball away. I think we're getting a defensive lineman interception, and I'm expecting fireworks. It's going to be a really good game.
Amen. Thank you for your time, JT. As always, it's a pleasure having you on. And again, I owe you an apology. Gedke is that guy. So when it comes to linemen, I'm going to listen to you. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate having me on.
You too. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the Bucs Report, the aftermath on 102.9 Game Broad Street South Radio. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys. And I understand I didn't get to all the comments, so forgive me. So what's good, Smitty? How you doing, man? Go Bucs. Sorry about them Falcons. Maybe next year, guys, it might be your time, And again, always shout out to Miss Carvin Craven. Thank you. Old Salty Buck, Lou. Thank you, Jeff Romero, RoboCop. That's right. And then Brett Farley, Bucs can't wait. Christopher Cole, always. And again, yes, Jeff Ramona, we're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Yes, exactly. Hey, man, ain't no fun in the tailpipe. Yeah. But, as always, I want to give you guys one more nice little treat. And hopefully this comes into pass for the Buccaneers when we get out there.
My man, I don't get killed.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, you can catch me, AJ Turnup, on It's About Bucking Time, my own channel, and then Slick Rick, Coach Slick, and then check my AJ Turnup Instagram and go to my link and check out the merchandise right here. And thank you for your time, guys. And as always, let's go Bucs.